parenting, and I am on here live every single day. And today I'm actually on here pretty early. I sometimes forget about the lives and then I'm about to go to bed and then I'm like, "Oh crap, I forgot to get on the live." So, yesterday we've been talking about just different things. I like to get on here to encourage parents about different topics that I have either on my heart or different things that I've seen. And I had a whole different topic that I was going to talk about today. Yesterday, we talked about a lady who needed to vet her date because she found out that he was married through a cake order. So I was going to talk a little bit about some more of that, but I just watched a video where a woman was talking about a couple that she knows, and she thought they were like the best couple, the great couple, putting them on a platter, putting them number one top tier, and they're getting a divorce. And she said she never saw anything like toxic or any indication that this couple was getting a divorce. And so she out of her mouth said that she doesn't believe that there's healthy relationships. She doesn't believe in those anymore. Her herself is divorced. So I want to get on here and just encourage parents, because some parents on this channel is single parents. Some parents are married and they struggle a little bit, but they're still trying to go on strong and they're still trying to keep their families together. And that's commendable. It's commendable for you to try to keep your family together as long as you ain't getting like roughed up. And I don't, you getting roughed up, nah, you go ahead and leave. You pack your stuff. If you got children, you go on to safety. I don't believe in that. But if you are working through rough patches and you're trying to make your marriage work, I don't think anybody should make you feel any type of way for doing that. If that's what you want to do, if it ain't a whole bunch, if it's not a whole bunch of craziness though, and y'all trying to work it out and you got professional help or coaching or whatever, I think that's a really good thing. And then single parents, because a lot of times you feel lonely and things like that. But I just don't want us to get on this internet and listen to these toxic people who are, okay, they've been married before, and because their marriage didn't work out, that they want to discourage everybody else because they bitter. And some people ain't bitter, they just think they're trying to help you, and they're not. Because what I've learned is being single is different for everybody, and being married is different for everybody. And my marriage is not the same as my best friend's marriage, who I think her and her husband been together for like 26 years. Goodness grief, that's a long time. But they have a good marriage, not a perfect marriage, but they have a good marriage. And myself, my marriage is not like anybody else's that I've known. And the people that try to discourage me from getting married and all of that are just like, marriage is somebody said, what did they say? Marriage is like prison or something like that. Like everybody should experience the old ball and chain. Well, when you go into it like that, I'm doing well. How are you? Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you all. When you go into marriage, and I'm just on here trying to encourage the parents, because I seen a video of this woman spewing like craziness about relationships and saying that marriage is toxic and all relationships are toxic. And when you put all in it, that's a definite, and all relationships are not toxic. The thing is, we're all human and we all have issues. And in a marriage, in a relationship, even when you're single, you're going to have issues. You're going to, thank you so much. You're going to have a lot of things that goes on in a relationship, period. And so for someone to get on the internet, and some of y'all be listening to them, some of you be agreeing, and this your opinion. It's absolutely your opinion. But when you go on to a platform, especially if you have a large platform, and you are spewing out things, hello, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. When you're spewing out things like that, I think it's difficult for those who are struggling already to either find someone, or if they're married, to try to have healthy relationships, and then they see that people are getting on here like, no, marriage is healthy, everybody's toxic. And No, that doesn't, just because the people that you put on a pedestal and you put on a platform because they were married for so long and they put up a facade for so long, and then they, happen to get divorced or something like that, you put them on that pedestal. You put them on that platform. Nobody is perfect. No relationship is perfect, but not all relationships are just tainted and toxic. All relationships have issues, but it depends on the people who are going to work through that. So my thing is, you dictate how your relationship and how your marriage and things like that go. So I'm encouraging parents, if you're on here and you're single and you're looking for someone, don't let people on these internet uh, platforms tell you that all relationships are toxic and you should run and you should always be by yourself. Because if that's not your desire, if you desire to be by yourself, be by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not, you don't have the plague or anything. Sometimes being by yourself is great, but it is also great to live life with somebody that you love. It is amazing. And the people who haven't found that love, just wait. And like I was telling y'all yesterday, vet these people, vet them all. Because if you just jump into something, thank you, I appreciate that. I actually just got back from a date with my husband. We went to it's called La Comedia, and they have Broadway plays, and we saw Legally Blonde. Not technically our choice, but it came with another play that we saw some months ago that we wanted to see. It was called The Play That Goes Wrong. So I was actually going to come on here and talk about something totally different. But because I just saw that video and that woman just spewing all that hate about relationships and how there is no healthy relationships, everybody's toxic, I think that is just, that's very bad. Some people are just bitter. Some people's relationships didn't work out, so they kind of don't want nobody else's to work out and they want to discourage you. Don't listen to that crap. You dictate your relationship and you decide what you're going to take. You decide what you're going to do for you and your marriage, and nobody else can decide that for you. And just because someone else is, it could be your grandmother who was married for 74 years. If her marriage didn't work out and you're like, well, nobody's marriage will work out because my grandma was married for 74 years, that is still not you. And that doesn't dictate what your relationship, will do or how it will go out or anything like that. So I want to get on here and just encourage the parents and encourage the people on here. If you're married and you need some encouragement in your marriage because you feel like it's failing and all that, don't put the effort in. Go get professional help. Get into some of these marriage communities. I have a community that I'm in, and we get to talk about things. We take retreats, all kinds of things, and that group really helps other married people. Also, wives get into wives clubs where you can go and talk about your marriage to safe people. Don't talk about it to everybody because everybody don't need to know your business. Or if you don't want that, go and see a counselor, see a coach, or a confidant, somebody that you can talk to. Men, you get you somebody too, because women always talking and the men always hold the stuff inside, which I heard y'all don't have to talk like that, but sometimes it's good to have a fella who you can trust to be like, you know what, my wife getting on my daggone nerves and I don't know what to do, I'm about to leave her. And then the guy can be like, wait, let's talk about it, reel you back in, or get some professional help. And then single parents, I'm encouraging you, vet the person you with. If you're out here dating, vet them seriously. Watch them. See the things that they're doing. Look at their family. It's so many things that you got to look at and you got to look for when you are dating someone. If they got a very, very toxic family, you got to remember, not that you're marrying the family, but if it's a whole bunch of drama and you're like, dang, some of that can spill off on y'all. If he toxic, you already see it. There's always red flags. But if you wait on the right one and the right one comes, it's not going to be perfect. Don't think of it as a Disney fairy tale. I don't know why I said Disney. Ooh, it's not going to be a fairy tale. But if you vet the right one, it'll work out and it'll work. Not perfection, but the way it needs to work out, it will. So, all right, I want to get on here and encourage y'all real quick. Tomorrow we'll be talking about something else. I'll try to get on here a little bit early, but if not, y'all know y'all see me after 9. Hopefully not 10 o'clock. I hope to be asleep. So, all right, it's Regina Long with Not So Perfect Parenting.